Good day, Math Wizards! Welcome to Grade 6 Mathematics. Today, we will talk about multiplication of fractions and mixed numbers. Are you ready? Let's go! Our objectives for today are: number 1, explain how to multiply fractions and mixed numbers. 2, find the product of any given fractions and or mixed numbers. Number 3, solve word problems involving multiplication of fractions and or mixed numbers. I know you're not a big fan of fractions, but I have some good news when it comes to multiplying them. What if I told you that when we multiply fractions, we don't have to worry about making common denominators? Yes, you heard it right, and we will talk about that as we go on with our lesson. Now let us have multiplying fractions facts. When we multiply fractions, we use the multiplication symbol, erase that, or parenthesis. Next, we have simplify. It means to reduce a fraction to its simplest form using the GCF or the greatest common factor. Let's have an example. We have 5/15ths. The GCF of 5 and 15 is 5. We are going to use the GCF to reduce the fraction. So, 5 divided by 5 and 15 divided by 5. The answer is 1/3. Next, we have mixed number. It is a whole number combined with a fraction. Example, 3 and 5/6. Improper fraction. It is a fraction with a numerator larger than the denominator. Now let's try to practice changing improper fractions into mixed numbers. Let's have 13/3. Now 13 divided by 3 is 4, remainder 1. Write 4 with the remainder 1 over the denominator 3. So the answer is 4 and 1/3. Now you try some. Number 1, 7/4. Number 2, 14/3. And number 3, 29/4. In number 1, the correct answer is 1 and 3/4. Number 2, very good, it's 4 and 2/3. Number 3, yes, it's 7 and 1/4. Now, how do we change mixed numbers into improper fractions? Let's have 6 and 3/5. You need to take the whole number times the denominator, add the numerator, and place over the denominator. So, 6 times 5 plus 3 over 5, and that will give us 33/5. Now give it a try. For number 1, the correct answer is 9/4. Very good. Number 2, 16/3. And number 3, it's 52/7. Good job. Moving on, let's have multiplying proper fractions. Now let us have this problem opener. Mr. Reyes has a 4/5 hectare which he plants with corn and vegetables. If he plants 2/3 of his land with corn, what fraction of a hectare is planted with corn? Let us use an area model to solve this problem. If the rectangle represents 1 hectare, the shaded parts represent the land of Mr. Reyes. To find the 2/3 of 4/5, we have to divide the shaded parts into 3 equal parts and take 2 of the equal parts. The part of the whole representing the product of 2/3 and 4/5 is the region that has been shaded twice. Notice that the rectangle has been divided into 15 parts and 8 parts are shaded twice. So, 2/3 times 4/5 must be 8/15. Therefore, Mr. Reyes plants corn in 8/15 of a hectare. This leads us to the steps for multiplying a fraction by another fraction. To multiply fractions, we multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. Then simplify or write the product in lowest terms if possible. Let's have an example. 1/4 times 3/5. 1 times 3 over 4 times 5. And the answer is 3 over 20. Now check if the product is simplified. 3 over 20 is already simplified. Let us try another example. 3/4 times 5/6 equal to 3 times 5 over 4 times 6. 3 times 5 is 15 and 4 times 6 is 24. Now do not forget to simplify. The GCF of 15 and 24 is 3. 15 divided by 3 and 24 divided by 3 is 5/8. Example number 3. 7 over 2 times 3/5 equals 7 times 3 over 2 times 5. 7 times 3 is 21 and 2 times 5 is 10. Now the answer is an improper fraction, so change it into a mixed number. The answer is 2 and 1/10. Now it's your turn, kids. Multiply the following fractions. I'll give you 15 seconds to do this. Are you ready? Your timer starts now. Alright, time is up. Let us see if your answers are correct. For number 1, the correct answer is 3 over 28. Number 2, yes, it's 1/4. Number 3, 2/7. Number 4, 1 and 4/5. I know that you are all doing good. Let's proceed. Now let us take a look at a method called cross-canceling. Let us use our previous problem. We have 3 over 8 times 2 over 3. Step 1. Look at the numbers across from each other, or the diagonal numbers. Step 2. See if those numbers have a GCF greater than 1. If so, divide each number by that GCF. What's the GCF of 3 and 3? Of course, it is 3. So, 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 3 divided by 3 is also 1. What's the GCF of 2 and 8? Very good, it's 2. So, 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. So, we have 1/4 times 1 over 1. And the product is 1 over 4. Now let's proceed in multiplying mixed numbers. Before we can multiply mixed numbers, we need to change them into improper fractions. Let's have an example. 1 and 1/3 times 2 and 2/7. 1 and 1/3 is 4 over 3, and 2 and 2/7 is 16 over 7. Now multiply the numerators and denominators. That will give us 64 over 21. Now our answer is an improper fraction, so we need to change it into a mixed number. 64 over 21 as mixed number is 3 and 1 over 21. Let us have another example. 3 and 1/5 times 2 and 4/8. 3 and 1/5 is 16 over 5, and 2 and 4/8 is 20 over 8. Here, we can do the cross-canceling method. 16 and 8, and 20 and 5. The GCF of 20 and 5 is 5. So 20 divided by 5 is 4, and 5 divided by 5 is 1. The GCF of 8 and 16 is 8. 8 divided by 8 is 1, and 16 divided by 8 is 2. So what remains are 2 over 1 times 4 over 1. The answer is 8. Now it's your turn, Math Wizards. Multiply the following mixed numbers. I will give you 15 seconds to do this. Are you ready? Good. Alright, time is up. Let's see if your answers are correct. For number 1, the correct answer is 4 and 1/6. For number 2, the correct answer is 11. And for number 3, the correct answer is 10 and 1/2. Now let's try to solve word problems involving multiplication of fractions and mixed numbers. Number 1, what is the area of a rectangle whose length is 5/8 meter and the width is 2/3 meter? For our solution, the length of the rectangle is 5/8 meter and the width is 2/3 meter. The area of a rectangle is equal to length times width. So, area is equal to 5/8 times 2/3. So 5 times 2 over 8 times 3 is equal to 10 over 24. The GCF of 10 and 24 is 2. So divide 10 and 24 by 2. And the answer is 5 over 12. So the area of the rectangle is 512 square meter. Let's have the second problem. A vendor has 96 red and blue balloons. If 5/8 of the balloons are red, how many balloons are there of each color? For red balloon, this is equal to 5/8 times 96. It's equal to 5 over 8 times 96 over 1. So we can do cross-canceling here. 8 and 96. The GCF of 8 and 96 is 8. So 8 divided by 8 is 1, and 96 divided by 8 is 12. Then 5 times 12 is 60. Therefore, there are 60 red balloons. Now to get the number of blue balloons, we're going to subtract 60 from the total number of balloons. That is 96 minus 60, and that is 36. There are 36 blue balloons. Let us have another one. RJ is taking an 80-item multiple choice test. He knows the answers to all except 1/4 of the items. If he guesses correctly 3/5 of these questions, how many items will he answer correctly? For our solution, first, get 1/4 of 80. 1/4 times 80 is equal to 20. RJ doesn't know the answers on these 20 items, meaning he knows the correct answers on the other 60 items. Now to get the number of items that he guesses correctly, multiply 3/5 to the number of items that he doesn't know the answers. That is 3 over 5 times 20. 3 over 5 times 20 is equal to 60 over 5. Now 60 divided by 5 is equal to 12. So 60 plus 12 is equal to 72. This is the number of items he will answer correctly. And for the last question, by what will you multiply each of the following to obtain 1? And here are the answers. Letter A, 1/2. Letter B, 1/4. Letter C, 3 over 2. letter D 5/4, and letter E 5/3. If you notice, all of the answers are the reciprocals of the given fractions or number. Take note, if you multiply a number by its reciprocal, the answer is always 1. There you have it, kids. I hope that you enjoyed our lesson for today. And please do not forget our key ideas. To multiply fractions, multiply the numerators and then the denominators. Write the product in lowest terms if possible. To multiply mixed numbers, convert mixed numbers into improper fractions. Multiply the numerators and then the denominators. Write the product in lowest terms if possible. And that's all for today. See you again next time.